Welcome everybody live here in beautiful Ljubljana, Slovenia. We are in the capital city at this time of year here on the 15th of July, and we are embracing ourselves for the round of 16 of the FIBA U20 EuroBasket 2026. And in this magnificent, immaculate location, we're going to be heading to the Stojice Basketball Arena, as indeed our host Slovenia will take on Belgium. Well, welcome to this magnificent basketball arena that's seen many great nights, both continental club basketball and national team basketball as well. We've seen Goran Dragic, we've seen Luka Doncic embrace the atmosphere here at the Stojice Arena. But tonight, as mentioned, our host Slovenia, the U20 FIBA EuroBasket, they'll take on Belgium. Well, the winner of this game will play either Lithuania or Turkey tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Well, brace yourself for a big matchup between France and Croatia. That will be first quarterfinal matchups we see. Well, Spain and Germany have booked their tickets. We'll find out whether it will be Serbia, Italy, Israel, or Greece to take place in that final fourth quarterfinal matchup tomorrow. Well, Belgium, it's been a tough ride for them. 0-3 so far in the group stage. And they find themselves up against the undefeated Slovenia. Well, Slovenia had some very good matchups. They have been nothing short of magnificent. While Belgium, there's quite a few talented players in this team, but I think the one play that, is really going to raise a lot of eyebrows, the young man at the back. And that indeed is number 7, Terence Queckenbosch. This is currently a part of the system of over to Badalona in the Spanish ACB League and Dessa. We could very well see him next season feature within the Basketball Champions League. I think Belgium need to realize if they're going to be successful, it cannot be a one-man show. The Belgian Lions, in the north of Europe, have always had a very good tradition of, competing at the very highest level, whether that's been a EuroBasket, and to really see them consistently at a FIBA Basketball World Cup. But what this is all about, the next gen, the future stars, the players who will make the jump to the next level to become the next elite professionals from the country. And this Belgian national team, currently coached by Kenneth de Slouvere, as a former player back in his day, started his pro career back in Mont-Saint-Jean in 2000. He retired back in 2013. But for Slovenia, well, there's been two big names to look out for. I mean, they, like I said, all the games, they've been absolutely outstanding. A very tough team to break down. You're like a kid in a candy store. There's too many talented players. Winning against Czechia, Israel, and a thumping victory by 44 points against Romania. But the key players that, you probably want to look out for in this game, the likes of Urban Kraflic, who's averaging 13.3 points per game, and Lovro Lapaine. Well, both are key players. Lovro Lapaine playing domestically for Domžale in Slovenia, while Kraflic, a member of BC Megabasket in Belgrade, Serbia. Here's their coach, Mr. Daniel Radosavljevic. Well, now, basketball fans, it's the best part of the afternoon as we'll stand, pay respect and homage to the national anthems of both Belgium and Slovenia. National anthems of these two beautiful countries, Slovenia and Belgium, have been sung, and now we'll introduce three very important people. Well, I should say four important people for tonight's game. Well, those are our three referees and one commissioner and technical delegate for this evening's game. Well, our referees tonight are coming from Spain, Poland, and Crna Gora, Montenegro. So from Spain, we have Fernando Calatrava. From Poland, we have Łukasz Jankowski. And from Montenegro, we have Natasha Dragojevic. The commissioner and technical delegate from Finland is Mr. Seppo Viljanen. So a big thank you to all of our referees who've done a magnificent job in all of our competitions. And they'll continue to do a magnificent job tonight. There's Fernando Calatrava, Łukasz Jankowski, and Natasha Dragojevic. Well, it's time now to look at the starting vibes for both Belgium and Slovenia. I say Slovenia yet to be defeated so far here at the FIBA U20 EuroBasket, while Belgium, on the other hand, still looking to register that first victory. Could they do it in the round of 16? It would be the upset of all upsets. Belgian Lions tonight coming out with Talia Kekenbosch, as we mentioned, their lead scorer, averaging just above 14 points per game. Demol, as well as Sepa Voet and Joseph Eruka. Belgium need to realize players have to step up and have big games, big performances. Slovenia, they're undefeated for a reason. They are a magnificent team. Rising stars, and we've already talked about their key players, the likes of Lavro Lapine, not to mention Urban Kroflic, both players playing for Domžale in Slovenia, and KK Megabasket. So Marko Pajan will be in the starting lineup along with Vit Kravar, Urban Kroflic, Lavro Pagano, all in the lineup tonight here. Well, he was quite a player back in his day. Now embarking on this odyssey. Professional coaching career of Daniel Radoslavjevic. He's had a very decent career when he played for Groslupje in the Slovenian league. Decided to take his route down the coaching routes. He played for the Slovenian U16 national team back in the summer of 2007. He played 6 games, so he knows his experience in playing in FIBA youth competitions. Some of the traveling fans making the journey from the north of Europe and Belgium. Will they finally see the young team, this future rising stars, this next generation, this next gen of FIBA hoops, come up with a big imperative victory tonight? Well, fans, if you're watching live, make sure you subscribe to FIBA on YouTube and also follow the FIBA EuroBasket on all social media platforms of X, Instagram, and Facebook. While you're at it, make sure you give Next Gen Hoops a follow so you can catch up with all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most, covering all FIBA youth competitions. No doubt, it's been an absolutely fantastic show here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. So a big shout out, a big Hvala Lijepo to the local organizing committee for doing such a great job of putting on this FIBA U20 EuroBasket. Ljubljana, one of the most beautiful cities you'll find here in the world. This historic arena, the Stojice Arena, as we've said, many great club and international matchups. Scan that QR code for more live stats, all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you. This U20 EuroBasket of FIBA. Well, when it comes to coaching, I think it's fair to say, due to the longevity of his playing career, because he played once in the FIBA Champions Cup. He was quite a player back in his day, Kenneth de Lucever. He retired back in 2013 after starting that career on the millennial year of 2000. Now the players just enter the floor. Time now to pay the much needed respect and homage to each other. For Belgium, well, they've got to maintain the pressure, ride as many storms as possible, try to come out on top of this one. Well, here we go, fans. We welcome everybody to the Stojice Basketball Arena here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. A round of 16, our host Slovenia taking on Belgium, the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. Slovenia with the first possession. Slovenia want to make sure they get off to a high-flying start as well to try and use the home court advantage. Backdoor play goes in, and oh my goodness, with a two-handed jam. It's definitely the personification of a good start. Nice dunk by Mark Pajin. Heavy defense on the ball screens. Ruka just lost control of it, but a foul is going to be called, so 2 free throws coming up to the Belgian Lions. Maybe that's one way they've got to break down Slovenia tonight. Try and throw the ball in the paint. Put the post-interior defense under as much pressure as possible. Joseph Aruka, currently the charity stripe. He's averaged 8 points and 5 rebounds per game. This is his best performance. He nearly had a double-double against Croatia. 1 rebound away. He's currently playing for Okapi in the BNXT Belgian division. Unsuccessful from the free throw line. Going into his own defense already. They'll go to the high post. They'll kick out to the three-point line. 3 is up, no good. Ruka try to battle for the rebound. But Slovenia come up with the second shots. Already saw Croatia with a great three-point shooting night against Czechia. There it is. Trojka! Well, the three-pointer going, being knocked down. Could spell a bit of trouble for Belgium if Slovenia going to have a very good night from the three-point line. He gets it off a ball screen. There's the kick out. Nice little spin out, but unable to finish. Coming up with his own rebound. Rebound collected comfortably by Hrabat. Now here come the Slovenians. Well, they've made one already. Not going to get this one. But Belgium just can't prevent another offensive board. Well, he recently made a troika. Now spinning baseline. Little pump fake goes in. Rims its way out. Goes out of bounds, but you gotta like what you're seeing already from Sami Grosic. It's quite a big unit. Let's call him the 4 stretch 5, Slovenia. Trying to go inside the paint. Time is winding down here for the Slovenians, and that's going to be an unnecessary foul. It's a poor foul to give away. Looks like it's going to be called on Fade to Lid. Padin inbounds this one. Slovenia want to extend their lead. They go for another one. Now currently 1 out of 4 from the three-point line. Belgium preventing the offensive board. Find ways to score here. Nice little Euro step again and attacks the rack and just gets to the bucket. And that's going to be an and-1. Well, great move by Guillaume Demol. Every time Belgium can try to catch Slovenia on the counterattack, that is going to be like area of an advantage they have considering the size and speed that they possess in transition. Because he's been one of their leading scorers, just shy of a double-double. He's currently playing for FIBA in Belgium, also in the BNXT Belgian division. 3-point play converted. Belgian Lions trying to hang in there. Slovenia don't want to get too casual here, but it's just too comfortable, too easy of a penetration. And Belgium's defense, well, it's got to be tougher than that. Slovenia almost walked the dog into the paint. But here's their leading scorer, the man who's been the key name from the Belgian Lions. He'll pull up for 3. Belgium battling, trying to come up with second chances. Knowing that they have to give up the home court advantage here to Slovenia. That's another great penetration, but unable to finish. Rosic comes up with it. Slovenia have numbers. The foul is going to be given, so another trip to the free throw line. That's going to be a second team foul against Belgium here in the first quarter. Hraba at the charity stripe for the Slovenians. Well, he's currently playing in the Spanish ACB Liga Endesa. Just standing at 206 centimeters. That's roughly 6'9". The only time he's at double figures was in the big victory against Romania. Had 10 points that night. He's attempted 10 3-pointers, but he's been totally three-pointless so far here at the U20 EuroBasket. 6-point lead currently to Slovenia. Luka may have got away with an illegal screen. No, I think they're going to call it. I don't think Simon Grosic appreciated that one. Setting screens. The margin for error is just so small. You just got to stand there and, hope that your ball handler run. Wow! Daddy Doncic is in the house. Because Luka Doncic's father, part of the Slovenian Federation, looking at and inspecting the future talents of Slovenian basketball. It's a nice little hesitation. Time is winding down again here for the Slovenians. Nice little twist and turn, goes in and just finishes under pressure. That was a tough move indeed. 8-point lead currently here to Slovenia. Belgium still haven't scored since that first and one play by Guillaume Demol. Can they build something here from their superstar? That's just way off the mark. Slovenia coming up with a rebound. Ruka's got to commit their fourth and final team foul. Strabag came up with a rebound. Well, looks like a change is going to come in for the Belgian Lions. Right now, you can already see this team struggling to build. I mean, they're trying to get the ball to Terence Kekenbosch, who's, as I mentioned, 14 points per game. But Slovenia's defense, they're going to try to suffocate his attack as much as possible. So Belgium have to find other ways collectively to break down Slovenia's defense. Still Belgium stay in the zone. Russia's had a look at three. Only play to knock down a three-pointer so far for Slovenia. Can they make two? That's not going to count. Belgium come up with it. Now they can push. It's not quite with the numbers in transition, but Belgium will try a three. And this one's beautifully iced away. Well, bit by bit, they can hang in there. They're a talented team. Just wonder how much longer they're going to stay in the zone matchup here against Slovenia. And that's going to be a foul that's just going to send Belgium to the send Slovenia to the free throw line. Well, here's the three-pointer by Feitalir. They've got to continue to have good looks just like that. Ovid Hrabir is just a tough play event. Ovid Hrabir, I should say. So when you stand at 205 centimeters and you have the length and the ability to play both on the perimeter and inside the paint, you become a matchup nightmare for almost any team. Slovenia right now very comfortable. We build a substantial margin so far. There's a fake of a handoff. Goes in, unable to finish. Tip in, no good, and now here comes Slovenia. Hrabir wants to go himself. Hangs in the air, unable to finish. Belgium's transition defense pays off, and that's going to be Slovenia's third team fouls. Grosic committing a quick foul against Demol. Well, looks like a change coming in for the Belgian Lions. Terence Kekenbosch. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. He's going to leave. Halfway played here in the first quarter. What can Belgium build? They've got to find some form of inspiration. Well, that's going to be another foul. So Slovenia, like Belgium, 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, don't have any more fouls to give. It's a better case of Belgium just to try to get to the free throw line. Feitalir. Cross-court pass in the corner. Fofana with a penetration out of control. Gets rejected. Or have they called a foul hit? foul has been called. So this will send the Belgian Lions to the free throw line. So what I said earlier, I mean, I'm assuming he was fouled in the process of shooting, so this would have been a free throw regardless here for Fofana. Well, Vid Hraba going to the bench, getting a standing ovation from the Slovenian fans. Is Leon Zdravkovic subbing into the lineup. Fofana makes the first one. Fofana's only averaged 1 point per game. It's the most he scored was against Croatia. But he hasn't scored a field goal. All of his points, the 3 points he scored in the first 3 games, have all come from the free throw line. Well, he's equaled his highest scoring tally. He's got 2 now. This will be the night to have a good game. A chance to get to the quarterfinals to either play against Lithuania or Turkey. Slovenia penetrated kick out. But again, they just get inside the paint, and they make it look so easy. Belgium's defense has to tighten up. Well, they've made 1 3, and that's another one. A 3 in transition. Second three-pointer. And he now moves up to 6, Guillaume Demol. But Belgium just keep giving away fouls like they give away as many fouls, so they receive as many as I do parking tickets. But it's a great transition play by Faye Talir, finding the wide open Guillaume Demol. So Lovro Hajanel currently at the free throw line here for the Slovenians. Well, he's currently playing for KK Ilaria, which I think if we've seen Daddy Doncic in the house, Luka Doncic's father, it's also one of the clubs he closely monitors and works with. Well, Slovenia battling, but Belgium coming in with offensive rebounds, only down by 4 points. Tuli kicks out, they'll go for a third 3. That's a good look for them. It's a wide open look. They've got to take those. But now they have to defend here against Slovenia. Still Belgium stay in the zone. Slovenia just get a quick entry pass, and that's not acceptable zone defense. That pass went right from the top of the three-point line underneath the bucket. And a timeout is going to be called by Belgium. Slovenia currently with a 6-point lead here at the Stojnice Arena in Ljubljana, Slovenia. FIBA U20 EuroBasket. 3:42 to go here in the first quarter. We will return from this timeout in just under 1 minute.
Ste se naspali, ste pripravljeni za navijanje. A gre Slovenija v četrtfinalu. A bo šlo, da vas slišimo 3-4, svi slovenski navijači! Lepo, glasno, čisto vsak napad, gremo!
At some point, Belgium, they're going to stay in the zone defense. They've got to tighten up. The paint entry passes for Slovenia have been way too convenient. Maybe they want to consider going into a man-to-man matchup. Full pressure man-to-man being applied by Slovenia. Belgium just trying to break it down. Fofana kicks out. Talia just denies the screen. Now gets another one. Belgium zipping the ball around the paint. It's a nice little paint touch. And a good finish. Well, Ruben Fofana, that is his first field goal of the FIBA U20 EuroBasket 2026. I'll repeat, every other point has come from the free throw line. That's the most points he scored so far. Nice penetration. But Slovenia, they just want this game a little bit more than Belgium. Following in for the second chance opportunity points. And it's a good take now. It's going to be a blocking foul now. Will this count? Foul is going to be called against Leon Zdravkovic. The foul is going to be called on the ground. That's why the +1 hasn't been counted, so no continuation. He's going to the free throw line because Slovenia have indeed committed more than 5 team fouls. Nothing but net from the first one. Kind of get the feeling if Slovenia can try to find a way to get to the charity stripe more often tonight, this could be that game for the taking. Cuts it down to a 2-possession ball game officially. Talia goes to the bench. Still a 4-point cushion now to the Slovenians. They've made 1 3, they'll go for another one. And that is a second troika. Well, Slovenia to know if they can make it the troika show. Here with the home court advantage, this could be that game for the taking, no doubt about it. Still undefeated here at the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. Buji had to give this one up. Belgium, they've made 1 3. And that's just not going to cut it. Slovenia leading by 7. We're going to turn this one back over. Fofana comes up with it. Has numbers. Goes himself out of control. Can't finish, but a foul is going to be given. Now, he did have Hijam Demol with him. Ruben Fofana decided to go himself. Again, it's another trip to the charity stripe here for Belgium. Well, Ruben Fofana, as we mentioned, just hasn't played this substantially after the game against Spain, where he only had 16 minutes. He's made all of his free throws so far this evening. He's only missed 1 free throw here at the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. It's the bounce on the second one, cutting it down to 5 points. Chips just got to hang in there. Don't allow this lead to get to double digits. The longer they can hang with Slovenia, the more confidence they're going to build. Slovenia again just patiently passing the ball around the zone. Another one goes flying, and that is another troika. And this time it comes from Mark Padyan. Back to an 8-point lead. Belgium, they'll pass the ball around. Fofana penetrates. Trying to find a kick out. This one falling the hands up to Junk. But time is dwindling down here for the Lions. They'll go for another 3. And that's all too short as Slovenia come up with a rebound. Definitely feel the confidence building now here from the Slovenians. Inside the lane, little pump fake, a lot of contact, and a foul is going to be given. So free throws coming up for Slovenia. It's always good when you've got a big unit, a big star player like Alias Medic. Now he'll go to the charity stripe. He's currently playing in Slovenia for Nova Gorica Mladi, standing at 209 centimeters. It's his best game came against Israel when in 13 minutes he was 5 out of 6 from the field, making 2 free throws, so finishing with 12 points. Second free throw knocked down. 9-point lead now to the Slovenians. Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. This little split of the defense by Keckenbosch, but unable to finish. Managed coming over the rebound. Slovenia have numbers. A little hesitation from the Trojka line. Well, goes in for a floater now, giving Slovenia their first double-digit lead. Great save by Mark Padyan. Well, there's the baseline bait. And finally getting his first bucket. And Terence Keckenbosch of Hoven to Badalona. He's got to come big tonight for the Lions. They need it badly. They need a superstar performance from him this evening if they're going to find any way of coming back into this one. Well, can he convert the three-point play? 195 centimeters. A god forward. He nearly he comes up with his own rebound. Good hustle by Keckenbosch. Cutting it back down to single digits. Time is winding down here for Belgium. They'll try another three. Managed coming over the rebound. Slovenia want to push. Finding that space in their offense. Another kick out. A little swing pass. Still time here for Slovenia. Well, there's a dump down. Manage keeps this one alive. He's unable to finish. No foul given. And Belgium can have the final play. Lions down by 9. Little pick and pop action coming. Keckenbosch has got to go here. Pulls up, three, takes it. And that's just not going to cut it for the Belgian Lions. So at the end of the first quarter here in the round of 16 of the FIBA U20 EuroBasket, our host Slovenia lead by 9 against the Belgian Lions. Well, we are going to leave you with some key stats, some key moments. But there you have it, live here at the Stojice Arena in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Belgium currently with 2 3-pointers converted out of 8 attempts. Well, Slovenia, 3 out of 7, and 7 field goals from inside the rainbow. We'll take a look at the highlights here from the first quarter. Well, the Stojice Arena jam-packed with fans so far this evening. Like I said, this arena has seen a lot of great club continental basketball, but also the likes of Luka Doncic, Zoran and Goran Dragic, the Dragic brothers, and even go back as far as seeing the great Matthias Šmodić in this arena. Many magnificent European nights here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Well, the winner of this game will play either Lithuania or Turkey. That will be our final game in the round of 16 later this evening. Belgium will have the first possession. I think Belgium's just got to find some belief in their offense. They've got to find some way to get that consistency. They've converted 2 points from turnovers. They do have more fast break points, but they have 0 second chance points. And only 6 points inside the paints. Keckenbosch quick high screen. That's going to be another turnover. Poor pass. Slovenia can't go back up by double digits. And they quickly convert this one. Bolhard just able to lay that one up in transition. Slovenia's defense, so intense. Trying to put a bit of intimidation, but that's going to be a foul there against big man Alias Menic. Should quickly get this one in bounds. Trying to find ways to catch Slovenia off guard, but it's going to be another turnover. Now here we go, and it's another conversion from turnovers in the fast break points. And it's all Slovenia at the moment. A calamity of a beginning at the moment here for Belgium. They've got to find composure. Going to turn the ball over. They've got to find ways to get back on defense. Kekenbosch kicks out. Not even room to get a three-pointer off. And that's going to be no, that's going to remain possession to Belgium. Zdravkovic, number 6 for Slovenia, who's getting ready to get out on the races. Not a lot of time here on the shot clock. That's a good penetration, and another foul committed. Well, both teams have committed their fair share of fouls in the first quarter. Slovenia have now committed 9 fouls. So Alia's managed will go to the bench. Belgium's free throw woes, they still continue. It's now their 4th missed free throw time, and they are 7 out of 11, but when you're chasing the game, you've got to find every aspect to try and get back in this one. And another one. So that's 5 missed free throws. Both teams only converting 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, but it's Slovenia who have a 13-point advantage. There's another penetration, trying to find a kick out. They've made 2 threes. That's a little too short as Kekenbosch comes up with a rebound. Now wants to run here with the Belgian Lions. This is a nice back down. Got to make something work here, big fella. It just won't go, but it's a good move. Sepe Voet, gotta keep going to that because that looked like Slovenia's post-interior defense were having a few struggles. Slovenia has the penetration, no help side. It's just way too easy. Well, Slovenia, when they get into paint, they get everything, anything they want. And it all commences with a simple penetration. Kekenbosch in the corner. This is a good look from the perimeter. And that's the 3rd three-pointer of the game for the Belgian Lions. They've got to keep finding him good looks. But they've got to defend. Well, Belgium nearly prevented the offensive rebound, but the 50-50, the hustle. Slovenia just want this a little bit more. Little high post flash. Kekenbosch with the rebound. Can the Lions cut it down to 10? Kekenbosch goes to his left. Slovenia's defense crashed the paint. And Kekenbosch now going to work. Well, Terrence, cooking Bosch. That's what they need from him. 7 points from him. Still a 10-point advantage, but a 5-0 run led by Kekenbosch. Three-pointer goes flying, it goes out of bounds, so Belgium will retain this. This is where they've got to keep building confidence. Slovenia should get it back, so now we're on to 10 here for the Slovenians. Good crash defense by the Belgians. Lines collapsing. Goes out of control there, but another foul. That's why I think both teams, probably at moments, not all the time, they've lacked a lot of composure and discipline in the defense. So, Jaume Demol, who's the joint second leading scorer tonight for the Belgian Lions, is going to go to the free throw line. So a timeout's going to be called by Slovenia. Lead by 10 with 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. Well, free throws coming up for the Belgian Lions. Can they cut it down to an 8-point deficit? Off the back of a 5-0 run from Terence Kekenbosch. That's now 6 missed free throws. Well, 6 missed free throws could make it a 2-possession ball game. The Lions have got to remain persistent. Second one good. Got to get down to 9 points. Slovenia don't want to get to a phase where they're just going through the motions. Belgium, 1 through 5 switching. Nice little backdoor goes in and reading the defense like an autobiography that he's writing himself. Chapter 7 on the backdoor play. Slovenia extend this to an 11-point lead, and they force another turnover. Now they want to run. Kekenbosch, that's going to be a kickball violation, so a sideline ball coming up to Slovenia. That's the right call because it's the closeout by Kekenbosch. Just wrong place, wrong time. Hrabar just getting that handoff. Another penetration. A little step through and BEA. Beautiful. Košarka Slovenia. That was dissecting the defense like a hoop surgeon. And that's also a nice move. A little wraparound reverse layup. Italia gets that down to 11 points. Belgium's got a crafty backcourt. Well, they've made 2 already. And that one just defies the laws of gravity, rolling its way out. Can Belgium put it back to single digits? Kekenbosch goes to his right, attacks, hangs in the air, can't get it. The tip-in is good. And the second chance point's coming from Sepavood. Much more positive from the Belgian Lions. Oh, it's a good ball screen scenario, but he slips it. Butterfingers turns it over. And that should have been 2 simple points to Slovenia. Kekenbosch. He's fouled quite high. That's going to be the 4th and final team foul against the Slovenians. And that foul's going to be on Filip Petkovski. That's a good foul. Just trying to prevent the transition quickly. Bobine Plut will go to the bench. Now we're into halfway to go in the second quarter. Belgium right now, it's just out of control. Now it's a 4-on-1. Slovenia have numbers, had teammates, but elected to go himself. Well, finishing like Boštjan Nakbar in transition. A 4-on-1. He said, I know you're there, brate, but I can handle this myself. Belgium keep finding ways to score, and right now not enough second chance points. Kekenbosch just reaching. If not careful, Slovenia could extend this to 20 points before the end of the first half. No foul given. Can Belgium run? Numbers here in transition, but a nice rejection pitting off the bank. They came up with an offensive rebound, and that's got to be a 4-point play, surely. Well, Guillaume Demol, well, he went down to the ground. I don't know how much contact he had taken, but back to 8. Belgium will take that. Not having won a single game in the group stage. Finding themselves, well, that is a deep Hail Mary Troika! A mother of all Troikas! As Mark Padyan, well, he took that from Maribor and landed it here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Padyan just taking Sure what happened there, if he took a shot to the head or a shot to the neck, but there's a deep Troika man. Oh, his name is Marcus Padjanidis Troikalis with the Troika. Nothing but net. I wonder if the officials... Oh no, this is going back to Slovenia. 3:25 here in the second quarter. Little handoff action coming from the Slovenians. Belgium now officially have come out of that zone defense. Well, they'll go for another one. Kekenbosch unable to get the rebound. Slovenia. They've come up with too many second chances. There's another aggressive drive, and it's just bully basketball in the paint. And it's that same cliche. Belgium, or Slovenia, I should say, they just want this game a little bit more. 26 points in the paint against Belgium's only 12. I think the damage right now from Slovenia, it's been the 7 offensive rebounds. Belgium have had 5, but right now only 1 player in double figures. Slovenia just sending a message. Banyan, they're currently their leading scorer. He hasn't missed a troika so far this evening. Three-point play converted. Biggest lead of the game now for Slovenia. 14-point margin. Slip screen action coming from Belgium, but can they build something? Nice extra defense. Kekenbosch. Little teardrop. Getting out on the races. Patton now with a little ghost screen. He's got 14 points. Inside the paint, bumps, goes in, and it's his world. It is Mark Padjan's world, and we're just living in it as he gives Slovenia a 16-point lead. And a timeout is going to be called by the Belgian Lions. The round of 16 of the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. We're live here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. We'll be back to this timeout in under 1 minute.
Obiskovalce, ki so bili pa so še v procesu okrevanja v univerzitetnem rehabilitacijskem institutu Soča, da se bi skupaj imeli organizatorji in reprezentantom vseh partnerjev, da so znali in glasno navirali. Dobrodošli vsi skupaj, basketball spodbud ni klasičen dobrodelni dogodek, ampak je pobuda, ki skozi moč športa spodbuja vključevanje, prijateljstvo in medsebojno razumevanje. Na igrišču izpadnega košarka piše razlike ter
Well, Belgium will get this one back. They've got to find ways to stop, prevent the turnovers. At some point, somebody's got to try to break down the intense man-to-man pressure from Slovenia's defenders. That's not going to cut it. It's another turnover. Probably what Belgium needs. Not be so concerned about their spacing or, are they in the sets? I would try to find ways just to, at some point, isolate. That's already 8 turnovers this evening for the Belgian Lions. Belgium do have 2 fouls to give. Time is winding down for the Slovenians. Going to take this one. Little step back. And that's just not going to cut it. I think that's the one time Slovenia can be disappointed in themselves. But so far, Belgium, this is where you've got to build something on that. You force Slovenia into a poor shot, 24 seconds. Gambuji just helping break the pressure now for the Belgian Lions. High screen coming from Katiki. This is better. This is good passing. Should have been a kick out to Kekenbosch. He's made 1 3. Another good look, though. It's on target. That's a better offense from Belgium. Oh, nice little ball screen scenario, and another foul committed by Belgium. I want to know if we had a nutmeg there. That happened so quickly as Gosic. Or is it Vianel going to the free throw line? Well, we're going to find out very quickly. So free throws again coming up for the Slovenians. Slovenia only missed 3 free throws so far this evening as Lovro Vianel currently playing for Club Košarka Ilirija in Slovenia. %60 collectively from the free throw line for the Slovenians. Seventh made free throw for Slovenia. Extending it to a 17-point lead. No doubt both Lithuania and Turkey watching this game. Because if either of those teams win, well, they'll be wondering who's going to come up with a big result tonight. Game is not over by any means. But Belgium finding that consistency in their offense. Inspiring moments now here. It's a step back short three-pointer, and that's not going to cut it, but an offensive rebound. No. It's going to be another foul against Belgium. So 4th and final team foul to give. And with 48.3 seconds, you kind of get the feeling this smells 2 for 1 at the moment for the Slovenians. Little ghost screen action coming. Flare in the corner. Kekenbosch trying to stand discipline on defense. 5 remaining here for Slovenia. Good penetration, that's another foul. And Belgium, unfortunately, they're just giving away too many fouls. They're being beat off the dribble in any isolation. And Slovenia's just taking full advantage of this. Only Joseph Aruka has 3 fouls at the moment here for Belgium, but committed 12 team fouls in total here in this first half. Faye Talir has 2. Guillaume Demont also has 2. While both Ruben Fofana and Fortune Katiki also have 2 apiece. As Filip Pekovsky currently the charity stripe here for the Slovenians. Second one good. 27.1 remaining here for the Belgian Lions. They trail by 19. But if you're Belgium, you want to dribble this down. Leave no time between game and shot clock. Don't allow Slovenia to have one final play. Build some form of momentum. Here's that Spain stack pick and roll. Bosch doesn't get open. Talib penetrates, keeps in his right hand, and still just cannot finish. Now Slovenia, a few seconds left. Have to shoot this one. That's not going to be a troika, but they'll still nail it. Well, did they get it off in time? That's the question. It's not a troika, but Urban Kraflic. The officials need to decide now if this was got off in time. Kraflic was indecisive whether to go for the troika or to go straight to the rack, but then he realized time wasn't on his side. The officials still want to find out, I guess. So far, it's counted. Well, I think it's going to count. I don't think they're going to go to the monitor to review this. So we'll take a look at the statistics. Slovenia 31% from the three-point line. Both teams 4 out of 13, but 10 more field goals forward inside the rainbow. While they've nearly attempted the same amount of free throws, Slovenia have one more. Without rebounding, +9, +10 on the assists, and only 3 turnovers for Slovenia. We'll take a look at the game's leading scorers, and then we'll leave you with some of the best moments, highlights from the first half, live here in Ljubljana, Slovenia, as the Stojice Arena for the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. Welcome back, everybody, live here in Ljubljana, Slovenia for the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. We're here at the Košice Arena, an arena that has been the home showcase of many great basketball, I would say legendary figures like Luka Doncic, both Zoran and Goran Dragic. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing at the FIBA U20 EuroBasket, subscribe to FIBA so you can get more. Make sure you follow the EuroBasket on all social media platforms as well as Next Gen Hoops. We've even seen Matej Šmodić feature in this arena. I mean, that's how just, big the history of basketball is in this magnificent country. Well, here we go, fans. Another half to go. Slovenia right now in total control against Belgium. Slovenia's being led with 16 points from Mark Padjen. Slovenia will have the first possession. They've dominated in the categories of rebounds and assists, and also having more than 10 field goals from inside the rainbow. Whoa, my goodness, and Laku Notch Goodnight with a putback dunk. Welcome to the Košice Arena. Sometimes you got to call box out. If you're not careful, it's going to be a putback dunk. Belgium kicking out. Still haven't won a game so far here in this EuroBasket, while Slovenia still undefeated. It's a nice isolation move, but a foul is going to be called. That's a great take. That's a fantastic take, and that's what Belgium really missed, that, creativity in their isolation offense. Belgium's free throw struggles still continue. 9 out of 14 collectively from the free throw line this evening. Well, that's Slovenia's stat, excuse me. My apologies. Second one converted. Belgium, unfortunately, have missed more. They're now 9 out of 16 from the charity stripe. But it's only 7 free throws when you're trying to chase your way back in this one. Every point has got to count at this stage. The winner of this game will meet either Turkey or Lithuania tomorrow. Doncic unable to get the post up, but he gets a foul. And now he'll go to the free throw line. This was a bit of a problem for Belgium in the first half, just giving away a lot of fouls. They don't want the key players being fouled out. The foul is going to be on Terence Keckenbosch. That's only his first personal foul. They committed 12 team fouls collectively in that first half. Samir Grasic getting the first troika of the game tonight for the Slovenians. That's actually his first point since making that three-pointer. He's currently playing in Slovenia for Klub Košarku Šenčur. This is going to be a fine professional, that's for sure. 24-point advantage to Slovenia. Keckenbosch still to really kick into action. He's been their lead scorer at 14 points. He's made 1 3, and that's his second three-pointer of the night. So he's now Belgium's second player in double figures, joint leading scorer 10 points with Guillaume Demol. Well, anything is possible. Wilder things have definitely happened in international basketball. But when they defend like this into Slovenia, just continue to get points in the paint whenever, wherever they want. We saw Belgium come out in the zone defense early. They'll try another 3. Not going to cut it. Gosic with a rebound. Now wants to play point forward. He contemplates going the length of the floor, but Slovenia get back in a half-court set. See, Slovenia just caused so many problems anytime a penetration comes from the backcourt. This is the damage they've done inside the paint tonight. 32 points in the paint. That's 20 more than Belgium. Every other category is in double figures. 13 points from turnovers and 10 fast break and second chance points tonight for the Slovenians. Time is winding down. Gosic, he's made 1. Not going to get this one. Oh, Keckenbosch. That's going to be a turnover. It's just becoming a tough show here so far for Belgium. I think this really drops the confidence of everybody on the team, because you got to rely on your key players to not turn the ball over. You've got to learn to handle the pressure. It's the 8th turnover tonight for the Belgian Lions. And that's another one for Slovenia. We'll make that now. Oh, he keeps control of this one. Belgium keep alive. Keckenbosch. That's going to be a long two. A lot of contact. I think the argument here from Slovenia, they felt that was a kick out there, but that's clear as daylight. That's a shooting foul. There's no two ways about it. So 2 free throws coming up for the man who was a part of over 2 Badalona's Youth Academy setup. This Keckenbosch went to Badalona as an under 18 back in 2022. This feature for their second team in the Spanish EuroBasket League. Has recently played 14 games in the OTE for the Fear of God Athletics. Definitely a promising young basketball player. All a part of FIBA's global plan, the next gen. Those players are going to make the elite step up to the pros. Second free throw knocked in. He's got 5 points here in the second half. Belgium much better denial defense. Putting hands in the passing lanes. Anything they can do to try to disrupt Slovenia's offense. Slovenia's gonna have to force this one up. It's a circus shot, and that's a foul. And that's a poor foul by Fade to give away. Because this will just send Mark Padyan to the free throw line. Ugranin is already Slovenia's leading scorer. Only missed 1 shot tonight. He's 7 out of 8 from the field. But this will be Padyan's first trip to the free throw line. He's been one of their leading scorers, averaging 13 points per game. 17 points. Is 100% from the field against Romania, and he'd only miss 1 free throw. Well, could this be the night he goes 100% from the free throw line, but only missing 1 shot from the field? Second one good. He's currently playing in the NCAA with Murray State University. One of the many elite European guards taking that route. Well, he's not going to go 100% for the free throw line, but it's coming up with another offensive rebound. Slovenia, in front of their home fans here at the Stojice Arena, just want this game a little bit more. And again, it's a simple penetration, and they are like surgeons on the basketball court. Operating and dissecting. 25-point advantage. That shot goes missing. Slovenia come up with it. Quickly want to run. Bump it, going in. No foul give. Oh, foul has been given. It's going to be another trip to the free throw line here for Slovenia. I think the aggressive nature of Slovenia's offense, I'd say that just the problem with Belgium, they don't pick up quick enough. They don't stop the ball in transition. The free throw just misses. That time from Boban Kroflic. 11 points so far tonight for Kroflic. Like I said, also been one of the key players in this U20 EuroBasket. He's currently playing for BC Megabasket in Belgrade, Serbia. Which, if you know anything about that team, that's almost like the academy of European basketball. Developing some of the Serbian greats. Let's say one Nikola Jokic, and actually Jovic for that matter, coming from Megabasket. Keckenbosch now picks up his dribble. I don't know if they're going to find any form of a comeback. It's got to come through him. That's tipped out. Belgium fight for it. That's what you want to see to keep this alive. But Slovenia come up with a steal. Now with numbers. And connecting with the transition here in the Stojice. Showtime. Slovenian Košarka. That is the personification of converting turnovers into fast break points. Oh, Belgium get it rejected. Recovering. Trying to keep it alive now. It's going to go out of bounds. And this defense, well, it tells an entire story of how Slovenia want to be, how they aspire to be the 2026 FIBA U20 EuroBasket champions here at home. More changes coming in for the Slovenians. 4 minutes played here in the third quarter. Look at the field goal count. 24 field goals converted in this game by Slovenia. Only 11 for Belgium. It's undeniable. Belgium are working hard. They're trying to get everything they can, but it's another foul given. I think the one area of concern now for Belgium is maybe getting some players fouled out if they don't. Not in that case of just giving away silly fouls. It's not rotating in time. Jean Demol, Joseph Aruka, as well as Faye Taylor, they all have 3 fouls apiece. Well, Vince de Jonk back in the lineup now here for the Belgian Lions. The Slovenia have already attempted 20 free throws. Down 70% of those, so they'll have another 2 to come. Well, no doubt Lithuania and Turkey, they'll be going on. They'll be playing right after this. But they'll definitely be watching this game closely to find out if whoever wins that game, well, it looks inevitable. It could very well be Slovenia at this stage, unless Belgium, down by 30, can find some sort of a will to get back in this. Still Slovenia applying the full court pressure. They have 2 fouls to give. Belgium have no fouls. Little Iverson cut action trying to get Kekenbosch wide open. Still time here for Kekenbosch. Nice kick out. That's going to be an out-of-bounds violation. I think they should have taken the 3-point attempt because that was a good play by Kekenbosch, and Dan Pietas probably should have thought about going for the 3-pointer. So if Belgium do lose this game, they'll fall into the classification category. Britt Hraba, so back in the lineup here. Well, twisting, turning, cleaning up the defense, and another foul committed. So that is 3 consecutive offenses. Slovenia just find themselves going to the free throw line. Fouls on Fofana. Like I said, if Belgium aren't careful, they might have ended this game with key star players fouling out. So a timeout's going to be called. Both teams want to talk it over live here in Ljubljana, Slovenia at the Stojice Arena. We'll be back from this timeout in under 1 minute. Well, they look at the 3-point count, but I think one statistical category that is, very telling has been the assists. Belgium just have really struggled against Slovenia's very intense man-to-man pressure, where only coming up with 5 assists at this stage. And look, like I said, it's fair criticism because Belgium, they have a good team, but they're up against a great team, the host team. Slovenia now currently 17 out of 23 from the free throw line. Them both down. Well, Vid Praba just looks like the traditional Slovenian, I would say, academy prospect. Little ghost screen action coming from Fofana. Aruka kicks out. This is a good look from the three-point line. Not a bad offense, though. That's a good offense from Belgium. They get a wide-open look. They'll get another crack at it. Can they build something? 5 out of the 16 attempts have been converted. Probably should have taken that one, but this is good by Fofana. Good penetration, and it just won't go. Slovenia coming up with a rebound. Wasted no time to get into position and transition. There's the paint entry. Medic backing down, twisting, turning, going with the footwork. And that time, Belgium's post-interior defense just doing its job to perfection. There's that slip screen action. Aruka was wide open. They don't get it to him. Buji, he'll penetrate. Oh, it's a tough play. Oh, nearly got it, but it's just not dropping here in the third quarter for the Belgians. Slovenia again, just trying to pick the pot of the defense up, and another three goes up. Well, I think it's Slovenia. We compare this to Croatia in terms of the three-point shooting. This nice little Euro step action. But a foul is going to be given. So going back to what I was saying about Slovenia, if you look how well and how dominant Croatia were from the three-point line tonight. Now remember, Croatia will meet France tomorrow in the quarterfinals. You've got to be a better three-point shooting team if you want to lift that FIBA U20 EuroBasket championship. So once you get past the round of 16, the competition only gets better and better. Dan Pieta is currently at the free throw line here for the Belgian Lions. His first point tonight. Currently also playing for Okapi BC Alst in the Belgian BNXT division. Still 30 points of separation between Belgium and Slovenia. Now we are into 3.5. Slovenia now with under 10 on the shot clock. Look out in the corner, they'll go for another three. This one's up. A little too short, but another 50-50 falling into the hands of Slovenia. And that's not what Belgium wanted. And that's tough because no box out is going to prevent that one. That just fell right into his hands. That's good spin work, good move. It's a good rejection. There you have it. Aruka coming in with a follow-up. And that is what Belgium have missed tonight. Needed somebody. Joseph Aruka did stop. Remember, he picked up 3 fouls in the first half, so he had to go to the bench. This is good defense from the Belgian Lions. Slovenia now just trying to build something. Aruka doing another good job of preventing the offensive boards. What can the Lions build in this last 2:20? Gambunji still has it. Pull up for three, misses last one. Again, I like that. I like the takedown. I like the confidence. Aruka follows up, and Medic with the denial. Goes out of bounds. Belgium will retain it with 7 remaining. Well, the Stojice Arena, never short of a fantastic atmosphere, that's for sure. Tajak has got to make a choice. He had time for the three-pointer. That one goes over the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. With 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter, Slovenia, a dominating 30-point margin. They have separated themselves against the Belgian Lions. Slovenia into this dribble handoff now. I think a foul is going to be called away from the ball. The foul is on Dan Peters, I believe. Unfortunately, Belgium have already put Slovenia back into the penalty. So more free throws coming up here for Slovenia. It's going to be a great game later on. Lietuva, Lithuania, will be going up against the mighty Turkey. That's always a classic showdown between two powerhouses of the FIBA EuroBasket zone here at the U20 EuroBasket. Slovenia again knocking down free throws. 20 out of 26 from the charity stripe. And we haven't even begun the fourth quarter. Now Slovenia going to a 2-3 zone defense. Let's see how Belgium break it down. Well, that's a nice penetration. But another missed attempt. But that's a much better look, though, from Belgium. Medic kicks out, corner. Third attempt, and look for three still from the three-point line here in the third quarter. Well, Vid Rabaz had those looks from the three-point line. Medic backs down. That's going to be, that's clear as daylight. So 58.9 seconds here. Jimmy try to work on, if they are to head into the classification, try to go for a 2-for-1. Get a good, solid offense here, but leave enough time between game and shot clock. And Bunji, that's not bad, but again, the end product, not quite there from Aruka. Now Slovenia goes quickly, they could have the 2-for-1. Well, no foul given. That's going back to Belgium. That's why that 2-for-1 is so crucial, because there's 8 seconds difference now between game and shot clock. But I think Slovenia, quite clearly what we've seen here in the third quarter, they're not willing to take their foot off the gas. They want to keep scoring. Pile as much pressure against Belgium's misery. It's a junk. Going back to Gambunji. Can he build something here on an ISO? Joseph Aruka's got 3 fouls. Got to be careful. Well, that's another interception, but Aruka fights for it. And that's going to be a jump ball violation, so the shot clock will officially be turned off. Belgium can indeed try to go for the final shot here in the third. Well, they got to go quickly. Well, they went. So the shot clock wasn't turned off there because it was a jump ball. My apologies, I had it wrong. So they had to attempt that. And it will be Slovenia with the very final play here in the third quarter. Well, it's a quick take going coast to coast, unable to finish. No foul given. But we head into the fourth and final 10 with Slovenia leading by 32 points against Belgium live here at the Stojice Arena in Ljubljana, Slovenia, the FIBA U20 EuroBasket. We'll take a look at some key stats and then we'll run down the best moments, highlights here from the third. So far, Slovenia in total control. Slovenia with less three-pointers, with 14 more field goals with inside the rainbow. They've converted a lot of their free throws so far, and they've out-rebounded as well as dominated from the assists, and 6 less turnovers than the Belgian Lions. We'll take a look at the highlights very, very shortly. There are your lead scorers. Padyan leading right now with 20 points.
košarkarske podvige za 500 evrov. Hvala lepa, to bežitna nagrada, to vse čaka. Čestitke tim, SBŽ-ka predaja nagrado. Mi se pa vidimo na naslednji tekmi. Kdo bo naslednjič medal za 500 evrov?
Welcome back, basketball fans, live here at the Stojice Arena in Ljubljana, Slovenia. The 2026 FIBA U20 EuroBasket. Slovenia currently leading by 32 points against Belgium. Well, after this game in this arena, we will have Turkey up against Lithuania. And the winner of that game will meet the winner of this game, which right now does look like it's going to be Slovenia. Managed getting the rebound, fights for it. Still has it. You got to appreciate the hustle. Gets a shot off in time, but that's not going to touch anything. Lions want to run. And get him rejected. Medic with a big-time Brate block, and here we go. Unable to convert the alley-oop. It's going to be an offensive foul here against Slovenia. Could have been something special. Block on both ends of the floor. Little kick out now. There's a pump fake. Gambuji, nice penetration, but that is just out of control. Nothing finished. Well, they've had their good looks on the field tonight, Belgium. They just haven't been able to connect. Likewise here for Slovenia. As great as they've been, only 4 troikas have been converted. There's a dive on the floor. It's going to be a foul against Slovenia. It's clear as daylight, that is. Levine is not going to get away with that one. Still both teams over a minute looking for their first points here in the fourth quarter. Gambuji, Tajonk, Peters, Fofana, as well as Fortune Katiki on the floor for the Belgian Lions. Gambuji trying to find some separation from the mid-range. On the fight on the rebound. That's a good battle there from Fortune Katiki. As Belgium failing to get to the second round at the men's level for the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers 2027 in Doha, Qatar. And for many of these young players like Terence Kekenbosch, Faye Talir, Gambunji, Gijam Demol, excuse me, and Joseph Aruka, this would be the next step for them. Can they get to the men's team? Because they'll have to look forward to the EuroBasket qualifiers after 2027. Fofana's going to leave the game. And the home crowd just trying to get into it. Fofana, 6 points this evening, only 1 out of 6 from the field. Most points he's scored so far here at the U20 EuroBasket. That's a nice penetration kick out. Belgium, can they get the 3? Good offense, but again, the end product just not there for the Lions. Foul is going to be called on the ground. That's going to be against Fortune Katiki. Slight little reach against Filip Pikovsky. Well, they go for another 3. That one goes flying, unable to connect. And the rebound collected here by the Lions. Gambuji here in the backcourt, Belgium. Little slip screen action this time from Fortune Katiki, but nothing comes of it. And it's an interception. Slovenia forces still and under pressure, finishes with a big time at 1. Well, this team simply has demonstrated how you convert turnovers into fast break buckets, and this time it will indeed. I mean, hands in the passing lane. The anticipation, coming up with it. The hot foul and the tough finish. There's a lot to like about this Slovenian national team. How far can they go in this FIBA U20 EuroBasket? Three-point play converted. Steadying it back to a 35-point lead now here to the Slovenians. Nearly 2.5 played in the fourth quarter. Belgium trying to orchestrate a bit of Spain stack pick and roll. Just didn't get into the set quick enough. Final seconds winding down here for the Lions. Gambunji had a look at three. Now finds separation mid-range. And that's what he can do best. But is it too little too late for the Belgian Lions? Because this game, you see how he just was able to build that separation. Gambunji, that's similar skill set to Retin Obasahan, one of the top guards for the Belgian Lions today. It's a good mid-range that he's got to build on. Slovenia. And the Troika just won't go in. Lions down by 33. Jock still has and now has to give it up here to Demol. Got 10 points. Coming up with his own rebound. Takes a bump. Counted, and he'll go to the free throw line. Now he becomes officially the joint leading scorer for the Belgian Lions along with Terence Keckenbosch. And if he makes this one, this free throw, he will become the game, well, at least Belgium's leading scorer. Three-point play converted. 13 points for Guillaume Demol. Slovenia want to keep going through the motions. Finding a little bit of a bump in the lane. Now has to kick out. Time winding down. Has to go for the deep. That's not going to go in. Belgium just keep this one alive. A foul is going to be called against Slovenia, so this will just send Belgium straight to the free throw line. Well, Slovenia getting ready for a change. The job looks like it's said and done already. Still there's time left, but it's going to take some mountain to climb here for any form of a comeback. Oh, remember, we still have Lithuania to go up against Turkey. That will tip off in just under an hour's time in this arena. Second free throw knocked down. 29-point lead still here to Slovenia. Slovenia now. Just one thing they don't want to do is pick up an injury. They've got to keep on playing as organized as possible. Deny the screen, a kick out. Can they finally get a three to go? It's probably the one area of concern I'd have for Slovenia. As great as they have been, and they've been marvelous. Do they have the consistency from the three-point line? There's another foul committed. Belgium, yet again here in the fourth quarter, will go back to the free throw line. It's Vetelir. Trying to chip into his deficit yet again. He does have 8 points. Night looks over for Lovro Lapaine. 17 minutes. I mean, he's one of their leading scorers, but only 1 for 4 from the field tonight with 2 points. He makes the first one. Knocks them both down. 5:41 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Slovenia will take a lot of promise from this game, a lot of optimism. Very deep rotation they have in their lineup. Hour under 10 on the shot clock here for the Slovenians. There's a kick out. There's a three in the corner. It's up. And that is a troika that we haven't seen for a very long time from the Slovenians. Definitely something they're going to need come the long run of this competition. It's the better you are shooting three-pointers, the more likely you're to get to. Well, that's going to be an offensive foul against Belgium. Now, is that one going to be called against Fortune Katiki, I believe? Oh, great atmosphere tonight from both the Belgian and Slovenian fans. Walking up here to the Stojice Arena. Just looking inevitable now with under halfway to go in the fourth quarter. Belgium will be looking to go into the classifications. Slovenia, it's almost time to say they'll be looking to see who they'll go up against, either Turkey or Lithuania. Just a lot of fouls we've seen in this game. Probably one too many for both these two teams' likings. Katiki does have 4 fouls after picking up that offensive foul. And that's his 5th foul. He's done. So he's the first Belgian Lion to foul out tonight. That is now the 28th free throw this evening for Slovenia. They've only missed 6. I'll make that 7. Slovenia will come up with possession with 4:45 left. Well, Belgians trying to build any bit of confidence going into their classification matches here in Ljubljana. Still to be more games for them to play. Well, cross-court pass action. They'll go for another 3. That's a good look. It nearly goes in. The foul is going to be called. Both teams just continue to put each other into the penalty, so I think this is going to be more free throws coming up here for Slovenia. Well, that's a rarity. 2 consecutive missed free throws from Slovenia. Still 22 out of 30. Still above 70% collectively. We'll make it 3. Well, Bene Blood that time just missing both free throws. Belgium have an opening. A little reverse layup's not going to go. And that's another foul. Well, we are seeing a plethora of so many unnecessary fouls. Still over 4 minutes remaining here in the 4th and final quarter. This will be another trip to the free throw line for Feitele, who is the 3rd leading scorer tonight for the Belgian Lions. He's taking the most free throws. These will be his 7th and 8th free throws tonight for him. Knocks him down. Now becomes joint 2nd leading scorer here for the Belgian Lions. 29-point advantage to Slovenia. I think both teams at this stage will just want to get over to the final hurdle. Time almost expiring here for Slovenia. They got to make something happen. They'll go for another 3. They got a lot of good looks from the 3-point line. Just haven't had the consistency as now here come the Lions. Little Euro step. And finishing under intense pressure in transition, Dan Peters. Slovenia want to go quick, faking the pass in transitions. Gosic able to finish. That's only his 3rd field goal tonight. Jean Demol. High screen coming. There's another penetration. That one's way off the mark, but Belgium. Ball didn't touch the rim. Means time is winding down. Gonna have to go for a deep one. That three is beautifully tucked away. So fade to lid now officially is Belgium's leading scorer with 15 points. Well, that's an accolade he can take away from this. 26-point advantage here. Slovenia's three-point struggles still continue. Kekenbosch comes up with it, no foul given, as we are into 3 minutes. Lots of fouls, clear as daylight now. Will that count? Nope, that's going to be called on the ground, but again, it's fade to lead going to the free throw line. Well, Belgium, what they've done, they've kept on battling. That's undeniable. It's a good kick out in the corner. They get a look from the three-point line. Like I said, there's some positives they can take away from this game as they head into the classification stages. Nice behind the back. Hraba tries to force his way in. It's another foul. And I think if it's one thing that both teams need to definitely reflect on, it's the amount of unnecessary fouls they've given away. 208s. They just keep sending each other to the free throw line. I'm sure both coaches, something they're probably going to address their plays. Now moving up to 7 points. And all of his points actually have come from the charity stripe. He's 7 out of 7 from the free throw line. Make it 8 out of 8. He's 0 for 9 from the field. He's attempted 7 three-pointers. But he has knocked down all of his free throws. Jean de Mol subbing out of the game. 2:08 left here in the game. 28-point lead still to the Slovenians. Belgium just trying to finish as strong as possible. Gambunji. With that one screen. Penetrates, goes in, and that's a tough play and a beautiful move by Malcolm Makwa Gambunji. His second field goal tonight. That's what they need from him. Well, Slovenia's troika shooting tonight just hasn't been on points, even though they do have a big advantage. It's going to be another Belgian turnover. Under 90 seconds remaining. Slovenia getting it a little too casual with it, but you can probably expect that considering the lead they have. Belgium's able to convert this one. That time the layup finished by Vince de Jong. 1:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Back down Kelby here from Grosic. Kick-started things with his early three-pointer on this side of the court. Nice little dump down, but that's a little too strong. The rebound has been collected. Well, the game after this, which will tip off in just over 44 minutes, will be between Turkey and Lithuania to find out who will take on Slovenia. Russia's pass just gets intercepted. Slight deflection, goes out of bounds. Possession will remain with Slovenia. Pass in the paint, Slovenia. They'll go for another three. Bank is open for the Trojka. The Trojka that set like noc from Lovro Bolhar. And it might just do them a little confidence going into their quarterfinal matchup. Their crucial quarterfinal matchup. Like I said, that is going to be a game of games to look out for. Belgium unable to fire in. And that will do it. Slovenia, a huge win for them as they will remain undefeated here at the FIBA U20 EuroBasket with an emphatic victory over Belgium. Slovenia win 88-61 against the Belgian Lions. And they'll await to find out who their opponent will be in the quarterfinals. Will it be Turkey or will it be Lithuania? Well, an outstanding performance. A great performance, a dominating performance from the hosts. We even saw Sasha Doncic, Daddy Doncic in the house, watching the next gen, the future generations. Well, 19 field goals more from within inside the rainbow for Slovenia. Both teams converting 6 three-pointers. 24 free throws converted by the Slovenians. Finishing with 46 rebounds, 5 more than Belgium, and 14 more assists. Well, Mark Padjen leading all scorers tonight with 20 points, while Faye Talir of Antwerp Giants finishing leading scorer tonight for Belgium. Well, remember, one final game in this arena. It's Turkey versus Lithuania. That will tip off in 42 minutes. We'll see you then.